Hey, BCloud engineers. Miko's here, six-figure cloud engineer. Started off with just my GED. Be sure to watch my other channel on my YouTube video, my YouTube channel, to tell you about my journey. Also, be sure, first order of business, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it with somebody that you feel needs this message. So let's get right to work. All right, let's get right into it. A question that I come across often of those who haven't gotten into the industry yet, and even a stumbling block that I see of those working their way into the industry. You just got certified, you just updated your resume, and now you're ready to get your hands on the business of cloud, right? Cloud technology. You want to become a cloud engineer. And here's the first mistake that I feel most people, most engineers make getting into the industry. All right. So I'm going to answer two questions. I'm going to answer one question, but two ways. Are internships worth it? All right. Are cloud engineering, cloud tech internships worth it? All right. No matter if you want to be a DevOps engineer, a cloud administrator, network engineer, cloud admin, I said cloud administrator already. Cloud, you want to go into cloud sales, cloud cybersecurity, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All right. Especially for those of you who got your degrees, because colleges push this and pump this all the time. They say right after you get your degree or during the last portion of your completing your degree, you have to do your internship or externship, whatever they call it. So are internships worth it? The short answer is yes, because 76% of interns actually go on to get offered roles and positions within the company. That's the short answer. They are worth it. Would I recommend it though? No. But here's why. So you get an internship, right? Let's say you're working for free, because most internships are working free. Now, unless you're getting paid, I wouldn't recommend it. Unless you're getting paid. If you're getting paid for the internship and it's worth the money, you don't have a family to take care of, anything like that, and it's only going to be a couple months, like anything, I would say no more than a year, go for it. All right. But other than that, if it's free, no. For a few reasons. First off, you're still going to work 10 to 20 hours a week. If you took 10 to 20 hours a week to develop your skills, to build your portfolio, you already got your certification, you can likely get you at least, at minimum, a cloud entry role. There's a high demand for cloud engineers, even as you see these layoffs of the tech industry. And as I've said before, these layoffs are only for the tech industry, have only accumulated up to 1.7% of all tech roles, which is a very, very small margin, extremely small margin. So don't be concerned with that. But if you're 10 to 20 hours a week, you can build up your portfolio enough and able to have it on your resume, speak to it in interviews, and get you a cloud job, and you're already certified. So donating that time to a company to help them build their business for free, not in 2022. Maybe if this was 1992, because that probably would have been a requirement of most companies' process, but not in 2022. Also, the average business makes between $100,000 to, and if it's a Fortune 500 business, to $300,000 off of each employee. That's how much they're making off of each employee. So if I can pay you $50,000 and I'm gonna make $100,000 off you anyway, that's very beneficial still for the company. But if I don't have to pay you at all, aside from your resources, your laptops, software licenses, et cetera, maybe even pay for extra certification for you. The win-win is still in the company's hands to do an internship. So if the company is going to make money off of you, you might as well get some of the capital. I'm all for working your way up, but also at the same time earning your way in. Most people who opt for internships do so because they fear they don't have what it takes to become an employee in the first place. That's why most people say, "Oh, I'll do the work for you for free," right? And I dealt with this when I first got into the industry years ago. I started off to do some free work. In fact, I knew this person who had a blog website And they were having issues with the hosting platform that we use. And so I told them, hey, I can host it for you on AWS and help you migrate it over there, and help run it more efficiently for you. Where with these, because the website kept crashing. Where we have a disaster recovery just in case your website crashes. Spin up another host. Boom, your website. You didn't notice the crash. You didn't see a crash. And save the money. I did this whole cost breakdown analysis, X, Y, and Z. But that was only a project that lasted me like maybe 2 weeks. But on my resume, I put it on there and it lasted for 3 months because at the same time, I still monitored their website for 3 months, which is virtually me not doing anything. But after that, I started charging everybody. I would do the same thing. I would find other people who needed their website hosted on a cheaper platform with more reliability, disaster recovery, but their website kept crashing, X, Y, and Z. And I got paid for it. Like, I'm all about getting your bread while getting the knowledge and experiences. All right. And if you are going to do an internship, like, it has to really financially make sense. So also, the experience that you gain at the internships is the same experience you can gain while in the entry role or junior role at a company, except you're getting paid more and getting paid versus working for free. Also, especially if you're a man in the house, and I have a traditional mindset when it comes to being a man of the family. If you have a family to take care of, you got to feed your kids. You got to feed your seeds. You got to feed your lady. You got to feed yourself. So an internship, I wouldn't suggest it, especially when you got mouths to feed. If you're going to be feeding the mouth of a company owner through your work, then you need to be getting a piece of that bread as well to be able to feed you and yours. Again, unless it's a paid internship. So because internships, and another thing, after the internship, you're still gonna not feel good enough to apply for actual roles. Like, you're still gonna have that fear in your head. You're still gonna feel like an imposter syndrome, as they say in psychology, that you're not good enough or qualified enough to apply for these roles. You feel like you're still not gonna have enough experience according to the qualifications on the job resume, which is entirely another video, which I'll go into uploading soon. So the reasons that you're going for this internship will not do anything but resurface once you're finished with the internship, is what I'm telling you. You're just also not going to have any money after the end of the internship. So what's the workaround? All right. What's the workaround? All right. Let me get to another portion of it, help you through it, because I don't want to just give you problems. I don't just want to tell you what works and what doesn't work, and what best route and what's the wrong route to take. But I want to also always end these videos with solutions of the workaround, right? Because I believe in the workaround, because I have a GED. I know a lot of workarounds. Okay, I'm the epitome of the workaround. Okay. And I'm always focused on things that actually make practical sense and that works for the general person, not just the always the exception to the rule. So the workaround. So for starters, you need to go get my cloud career blueprint that will show you how to go from zero cloud tech experience to becoming an employed engineer within the industry within 3 to 6 months. If you do the work, all you have to do is just follow the blueprint. I literally lay it all out in five categorical steps. All you have to do is pick the career paths. Start with the quiz. Because most of you are like, I don't know what career to pursue. That's fine, because I was the same way. I didn't know, I had to do a ton of research to find out and kind of bump my head around. So I'm trying to spare you all the hassle that I had to go through and other cloud engineers who were tenured in the industry had to go through, because there were no resources around to guide us. Take my quiz. It's only 7 questions. It'll tell you what cloud career you're most likely to enjoy performing those tasks on a daily basis. What cloud career umbrella role that would likely fit you. And once you find that out, then you get my blueprint. The quiz is free. I have the blueprint as well. The blueprint, you can get the free version, but the free version only has half of it, basically. The remaining full version of it you have to purchase. It's only $67 for now. Today's price is not tomorrow's price. Did I say it right? Anyway, but anyway, the blueprint will definitely help you. All right, it's to a T. Trust me, it handles all your fears and everything. There's no excuse when you read my blueprint on what to do. You'll know exactly what to do, even where to get the training, what training to get, why to get that training, X, Y, Z, what to expect as far as salary range when applying for a position, X, Y, Z. But enough about that. So that's for starters. Take my quiz on what cloud tech career is best for you, and all this info is in the description of this video. And then go get my full blueprint. All right. But if you've done all that, or you don't even want to do all that, all right, you want to go the other option, you don't have time for that blueprint, you don't have $67, whatever, right? Here's another workaround. Get certified, get your cloud certification, whatever role, career path, cloud career path you're pursuing. And then here's a golden goose. Complete 3 labs. I always say use it as a rule of thumb. Complete 3 labs, all right, that you can display in a public portfolio, whether a GitHub account, your LinkedIn, or various other public repositories where you can showcase your work. Again, if you're a developer, you do a website, back end, front end, or UX design, or salesperson, whoever, network engineer, whatever, right? Take 3 projects. You can find either 3 labs and 3 projects on Google. You can find them on YouTube for free, whatever. Do them. Do 3 of those projects. Add them to your public portfolio. You have your certification. You have your proof of concepts, which is a portfolio that you're familiar with what the role entails or the job type entails. And then the third one is go apply for junior roles, entry-level roles, or roles that require 3 years or less of experience. Now, some of you are like, well, I don't have any years of experience. Well, that's what this video is for, right? So you don't have to go work for somebody for free. I want you to go do those 3 labs, because when you're in these interviews with these hiring managers, once you get past the recruiters, once you get past the talking person, liaison, you talk to the hiring manager or the supervisor. What they're going to do is they want to see how you think. If you're applying for, again, entry level, any junior level role, entry level role, 3 years or less level role, they're not expecting you to be a guru. They really just need persons who are willing to come in, work hard, be able to work it independently without them having to initiate, and can learn. If you're a learner, self-learner at that, right? You read documents on your own, you Google for solutions on your own, you know how to resource and ask the right teammates without taking up too much of their time, etc. Right? They want to know that you're a thinker and a doer on your own, a self-thinker and a self-doer. All right. Those are the things they're not looking for you to be able to, plan for a disaster recovery. Because you don't have that kind of experience, so you're likely not applying for those level of jobs. But again, you can get a junior role, you can get an entry level role, you can get a role that has 3 years or less of experience. Again, that 3 years, don't get caught up. And I'm gonna have the entire interview on how to apply for cloud tech jobs. But don't let the 3 years scare you if you don't have any years of experience. As long as you have 3 labs under your belt, 3 proof of concept that you understand how cloud computing relates to the particular role that you're applying for, or relates to the certification that you have. So, and you can still get a junior level, entry level, less than 3 year role paying 50, 60, 75,000 a year. And if you're in sales, you go to pre-sales engineer, you can get yourself into a role that's like 82, 85, close to 90 plus commission. So the opportunities are still very lucrative. Starting off that way. And you got to think of it, treat your entry level role, your first job, your first cloud tech job, your first 2 cloud tech jobs, treat them like internships. Like, go into them with the mentality that I'm not going to get paid the big bucks. I'm getting paid enough to take care of myself and my C's, of course, but I'm not going in it to bankroll. I'm going in it to bankroll off experiences. Because why not learn on the job and get paid well enough to where like you feel like this is still a financially mutually beneficial position that you're in? Why not get paid for doing the job and learning the job at the same time? Learn to become even better, a mastery within that cloud tech role that you're in. Why not do that at the same time of getting paid versus doing it for free for somebody else? And still, your internship still might not even be able to be enough for an employer to be able to want to take a risk on. Because still, you got to think of it like this. when you're operating on an internship, you're also sometimes showing, some employers like you still required to work under an institution, structured, tailored teaching. You're not really independent minded to be able to go about it, doing things and problem solving on your own. All right. So again, this is if you got an internship, you're working an internship now, don't get discouraged. You already got your foot in the mud, you struck through it. But for those who haven't trucked it to the internship yet, don't do it unless it's paid. I know there's gonna be people in my comments saying, I did it with, and I got an internship and I got employed and it worked out for me and I make X, Y, and Z. Well, congratulations. You're a part of the 76% of those who did. All right. But there's many of us who didn't. And, it's like those who went to college and then got into the career path, it took them 3 years to get to 3 years of college, 4 years of college, and then they got a job. Well, we've been working this whole time, earning those 3 and 4 years. So it's kind of a different, you're compounding your work ethic is really what this is all about. You want to compound as much as output as possible versus, doing with what's traditional or what's, only going to be one side mainly beneficial. So hopefully this works out for y'all. Hopefully this makes sense for you. Yeah, that's all I say. Put your comments, and I appreciate all the love I'm getting, empowerment. I promise I'm gonna give this channel more attention. Apparently I need to anyway. So leave your comments and questions below. Shoot me an email if you have any questions, info@bcloudegnineers. Get my blueprint. And if you even want to book a one-on-one call with me, there's a link down below for that as well, for me to talk to you personally about the best move for your cloud tech career. All right, guys, BCloud Engineers, we out.